Hey, everybody, welcome to Physical Friday. This is a good one because we are getting dangerously close to the end of 2020. And if you're anything like most people, you're ready to see 2020 be behind us. Let's go move forward, move forward, change a few things, and put 2020 behind us. It hasn't been the best year for anyone. It's been a very difficult year. And it's been a year where a lot of people have gotten off track physically, emotionally, changed things. A lot of habits changed. A lot of your regular lifestyle changed because of COVID, because of other things. And now maybe as we approach the end of 2020, things are getting a little bit back to normal. They're starting to put the vaccines out. That's got to be doing something to normalize things. We are moving towards change. We're moving towards getting back to something similar to what we were before. You may be thinking, I'm going to get back to where I was before, whether that means you're going to lose the 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds you gained in quarantine or the 50 pounds you've gained in the last 10 years. Maybe it means that you're going to regain your health in another way. Maybe it means that you're going to actually act on one of these goals that you had. Maybe you're going to get your captain's license. Maybe you're going to get your real estate license. Maybe you're going to make a change in your life in some way, shape, or form. Maybe this is the time. How could there be a better time? 2020 is coming to an end. You want to do something different. Now's the perfect time to do it. So what we're going to talk about today is how to do a little homework so that when January 1st rolls around and you're going to do a New Year's resolution, if that's really what you're going to do, this is going to be one that will stick, that will stay, that you will stay with. And there's some ways to do that I've learned over the years, things that have helped me to do it, some resources that I'm going to share with you. And hopefully we can all kind of set our goal for whatever that is for this coming year, whether that's losing 30 pounds, whether that's changing something or accomplishing something, getting a certain license, doing something that you want to do, going someplace that you want to go. It could be anything. Doesn't really matter. But generally, when you're going to make these big changes in your life, it does require discipline. It does require a plan. It does require sticking to that plan. There are very few things that just happen because they happen. It's too easy. Unfortunately, for a lot of people, it requires daily moving towards your goals. So, as we get closer and closer to January 1st, there are some things that we can do as homework to lead up to this, to where we are going to be prepared to hit the ground running on January 1st. No looking back. So let's go through some of those right now. So the first thing that I would suggest that you do is to determine what your goal is. Now, you can do that in a lot of different ways. Some people already know, I got to lose 30 pounds. Some people already know, I'm going to deadlift 500. Some people say, I'm going to catch a permit on fly this year. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Determine what that goal is. Think about it. Write it down. Write that goal down. Share it with other people. This is what I'm going to do. So you determine what the goal is. That's easy. I'm going to lose 30 pounds. Let's go to that because that's a common one for everybody. Everybody wants to kind of get back to where they were, maybe. Then, after that, you want to determine why it is that you want this. Because just wanting something, I want a six-pack. Man, I got to tell you, that ain't enough. That ain't enough to get it going. Now, 30 pounds is hard to lose. And just because you want a six-pack, man, everybody wants a six-pack. How many people actually have them? Not that many. Because it's pretty hard to do. Unless you have a plan. Unless you have a real reason that you want to do it. So let's take this 30-pound loss. Is the reason why you want to do that because you know that if you don't, you're going to suffer serious health consequences down the road, and that's going to affect your ability as a father? Is it that the doctor tells you that if you don't lose 40 pounds, you are going to die early? Is that your reason? Because that's a strong reason. That's a real why. Is it that you want to show your children that you can not only turn it around, but that you can live a healthy lifestyle, to show them that they can live a healthy lifestyle so that you break this chain? That's a healthy, strong reason why. Is it that you just want your pants to fit a little better? That's not a strong reason why. I mean, yeah, I'm sure you want your pants to fit better, but really search for why you're going to do this. Because generally, if it's a goal big enough to think about before January 1st and to write it down, it's probably a pretty hard goal. Doesn't mean that you can't accomplish it. You absolutely can accomplish it. But it means that you need to put some thought into it. Why? If your why is strong enough, it'll overcome any how. You don't know how you're going to do it, but if you know why you need to do it, it'll get done. It'll get done. You'll find a way, right? So determine your why. That's a harder step. Then you want to determine kind of how. How are you going to do this? How are you going to lose 30 pounds, right? Okay, so you've made the decision that that's what you want to do. Now you understand that you have to do that because of whatever your why is. It's a strong why. Okay, now we got to start thinking about how we're going to do it. What are we going to do? I'm going to go to the gym 5 days a week. Okay, sounds good. Come up with a plan. Are you going to have fun at the gym? Is that something that you like to do? Is that something that's going to be easy to keep going? Okay, if it is, fine. If it's not, is there something that you could do that's more fun, that you would enjoy, that you would really like to do? Do you like to ride a bike? Do you like to swim? What do you like to do? Can you incorporate that into your plan so that this is fun, so that this is enjoyable, so that you stick with it, right? So that's part of it that you need to think about. And again, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just helping you out on some of the homework that you need to do if you want to hit the ground running on January. Determine what it is, determine why you need to do it, and then kind of think about how you're going to do it, okay? Some people have an athletic background. They know exactly how they're going to do it. They've let things go, and they say, okay, fine, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to get back. I'm going to, reinstate my CrossFit membership, and I know that if I go there 5 days a week and I watch my diet, I know I can accomplish these goals. Okay, other people don't have that. They were never an athlete in high school. They don't know. So part of the how is I'm going to get a coach. I'm going to get a trainer. I am going to join the CrossFit gym. I am going to do something where I can have some help, some resources at my disposal. Okay, great. That is great as long as it's fun. Make sure it's fun. It can't be drudgery. If it's total drudgery, you're not going to stick with it. Nobody will. Find something that's fun. Find something that's fun. If you don't know how to do it, then get a coach and or join a team or a club or whatever it is for you that makes it fun, right? Then you want to create an environment where this is something that adds to your life rather than takes away from your life. So in other words, if you decide you're going to get back into swimming and you're a busy person with 3 kids at home, your wife is busy with 3 kids at home, and you decide that the best time for you to exercise is 4:30 to 6. And then you're going to get home after that, or maybe even later. Maybe you get off work at 5, you're going to show up at the swimming pool at 5:30, you're going to be gone until 8. I'm telling you right now, with 3 little kids at home, that's going to be a tough go. You may be accomplishing one side of your goals by showing up at the pool, joining this group, having a coach, all of that, but you're making it to where it's really, really tough to sustain this because it's creating big problems at home. So you got to figure it out on your own as to what is enhancing for your life rather than detrimental. You don't want to cause problems at home. You want to enhance your life. So maybe that means that you got to wake up at 4 and you got to have this time in the morning to where you are going to have your own time. You're not taking away from family time. You're adding to family time. You've already got it done. Then you're going to work. Then you're coming home. You're being a good dad, be a good husband. That is going to help out a lot. You can also do things that you can start to think about as you're putting this plan together. Like, how can I do this to where it's going to be easier to do it than not to do it? Like, in other words, there's a gym all the way across the town, but there's a gym real close. Like, I drive by this gym every day. Is this where I want to go, or do I need to go out there where it's going to be harder? I'm going to have to commute for 30 minutes to this other place where this place is really close to home. Could you set up an accountability partner? Could you do this with someone? Could you have your wife and family be a part of this rather than, neglecting them? Could you fix this up to where if you don't do it, you're going to hear about it from your friends, from your group, from your wife and kids, from whoever? Could you set this up to where if you do it, it's just easier? It's just easier to do it because all kinds of things are going to happen if you don't do it, whether those are penalties, self-imposed penalties, if they are just getting a hard time from the people that you're working out with, if it is whatever. It's harder not to do it than it is to do it. If you do it, everything's fine. If you don't do it, big problems. Set it up that way. Okay. Then it also helps if you track this new habit somehow. You can do it with technology. There's tons of apps and things that you can track every little thing, every little bit of progress. You can weigh every single day. You can track your sleep. You can do all these things with the Fitbits and other things. Or you can go old school and you can just mark an X on a calendar for every day that you go. That's awesome. Great. Whatever. But you're going to be able to look at that calendar. You're going to see all those X's and you're going to know that that's hard work and you've been putting that in and there's no reason that you're going to stop now. That's a big thing. So as you're coming up with all these systems, putting these systems in place, those are things that you want to think about. Now, I also want to give you a little bit of homework. If you're thinking about doing any sort of behavioral change, I don't know if you want to quit smoking, if you want to start lifting weights, if you want to, quit eating bad food, or you want to start running marathons, it all is the same. And there is a significantly good resource that I could direct you to that has helped me and lots of other people. And that is an author named James Clear. James Clear wrote a book called Atomic Habits. I think the world of that book. I really do. I think it's fantastic. He goes over 4 laws of behavioral change in that book. One is a lot of things that we're talking about. I pulled right from that book, and I do every single day because that book is meaningful and important, and it has a lot of good information in it. And I think that if you're looking for any behavioral change, you're going to find that in this book. 4 laws of behavioral change, according to James Clear: make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, and make it satisfying. You can boil a lot of things down to that. So if you are thinking about making any sort of change, whether it's quitting something or whether it's starting something, this is a great book to read. Atomic Habits by James Clear. Put that on your homework list with all these other things. Determine your goal, determine your why, determine your how. Read this book. That's going to put you on the path to understanding how you're going to accomplish this goal, or why you need to, or what you're going to do. And you can do it. You absolutely can. It doesn't matter how crazy it sounds. It doesn't matter what anyone around you thinks. Whatever it is, 100% positive that you can do it. And if you, and it really all boils down to this, you're going to make a decision. You're going to make a decision that whatever this goal is, you're going to do it. You make that decision, and I'm telling you, you're 60% of the way there. Most people waver on the decision. If you make the decision, walk through these steps, you will make progress. And so I'll offer you this too, as an accountability kind of thing. If you have big changes that you want to make, many of you have shared things like this with me before over email. If you have big changes that you want to make, I want you to text accountability, the word accountability. Text that to 305-930-7346. That's my number. Text that to me. We'll talk about what it is that you want to do, and then I'll help you out and watch you go through this progress together. I can't be your only accountability partner. I can be one of them. You got to come up with some others, but you can do it. Whatever it is, you can do it. I'm 100% convinced that you can do it, and I know that you can. I'll help you any way I can. Text that number, 305-930-7346, and let's do this together. You can do it. All right, until next week, we're going to give some more resources on how you can be ready to make this change on January 1st. All right, see you.